thanks very much for staying with us. Let's give you a quick reminder of the big stories we're tracking for you, of course. Keeping a close eye on the national death toll insofar as COVID-19 is concerned. That has now been pushed up to 312 after 26 more people, sadly, succumbed to the virus since the last update. Plus, of course, Basic Education Minister Mpho revealing plans for the reopening of schools, many of you weighing in as expected. We'll be bringing you all that reaction right here on the AM report. We're tracking those stories and a whole lot more that are on our Newzroom Afrika diary. Mpho Raphata is our assignments editor here on the channel. She joins us now for an idea of the big stories for the day ahead. Slap bang in the middle of the week, but the news cycle showing no signs of slowing. What are the big stories for the day ahead?
So yesterday we sent Linda out to Freedom Park, where employees of a Shoprite at a shopping center there were protesting outside, and the issue is that there's somebody who tested positive at the Shoprite and management at the store were not doing what they should according to them. So today Shoprite has undertaken to test its employees. We go back there to see whether the tests are being done and how those employees are feeling now that their employer is doing what they wanted them to do.
Right, and the immediate questions, of course, is that even after testing, there's things around quarantining and being allowed to isolate for about 14 days or so. I do wonder how Shoprite is going to treat that particular issue. I don't imagine they're in a situation where they can allow the entire staff complement quarantine for 14 days.
No, but we are following up with Shoprite as to after the testing, then what? How are they going to do exactly what you're saying, the quarantining and augmenting the staff thereafter? Another story that we're following is that Premier David Makhura is in Roslyn this morning. And what he's doing there, you know, Roslyn is manufacturing plant for cars, right?
Right.
So he's at BMW and Nissan this morning looking at the readiness for plants to manufacture cars. In level 3, we will see the sale of cars and manufacturing opening. So the Premier and his people are going there to check out whether their plants are ready.
Right, and this is, of course, at the back of him saying yesterday that he feels that the province will be ready come the beginning of June. So there's what's being proposed is schools opening, at least partially at that time, and that coinciding with us moving to level 3. Wonder how that's likely to pan out, given, you know, the grim climb in infections and fatalities.
Yeah, it's quite concerning, but I'm sure government has their hands on the pulse as to what they need to do. In Mpumalanga, the Deputy Minister of Defense, Ntate Makwetu, is there at the border to check out that border. We know that border posts are closed, but, you know, sometimes you get people taking a chance going across the border. So we check on that border post. I think the border post is called Mbizana.
Right.
And they're going to check whether, first of all, staff at the border are okay. Have they been tested? But also activity in and around the border post. What's happening there? Right? And then we go to KZN, where Karinda is speaking to the MEC of Education. This is now in the backdrop of the minister's announcement yesterday about children going back to school on the 1st of June. The MEC will tell us a little bit about their own preparations, their engagements. She's also speaking to SGB members in KZN, how parents who are represented by these SGBs are feeling, you know, what the temperature is about there. And of course, this morning we speak to Linda Mnisi, our reporter, who's out there at a school. And of course, he'll give us a little bit of background and talk to us about what will be happening today.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for getting us into the picture. As I mentioned, another incredibly busy news day ahead. Mpho Raphata is the assignments editor here on Newzroom Afrika.